Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start. Today we shall revise a new chapter, that is chapter 2, the world population, distribution, density and growth. Now I shall present my screen. Okay, so this is the new chapter, the world population, its distribution, density and growth. So before we start, let us read a very interesting statement given by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Not gold, but only women and men can make a people great and strong. Women and men who for truth and honor's sake stand fast and suffer long. Women and men who toil while others sleep, who dare while others flee. They build a nation's pillar deep and leave it to the sky. Okay, so here toil means work hard, flee means run away quickly. So it means that okay, these human beings are a great resources, and because of these human beings, so countries in the world are developed. Okay, not gold, but only women and men can make a people great and strong. And when we discuss about the meaning of about the concept of resources, so a piece of rock or a piece of mineral becomes a resource when it is used by the human being. So to a prehistoric man, gold was useless. And that is why it is said that it is not gold, but the people are the resources. And all the materials on the earth's surface will become a resource only when human beings utilize it. So the central idea of his statement is that people of a country are its real wealth. The people of a country are its real wealth, and it is they who are actually resources and make use of countries' other resources and decide its policies. And ultimately a country is known by its people, and that is why we need to study about people, about population of a country. So the world at the beginning of 21st century recorded the presence of over 6 billion population. So at the beginning of the 21st century, the world population was over 6 billion. And here we have another important statement given by this George B. Creasy about the population of Asia. About the population of Asia, that is Asia has many places where people are few and few places where people are very many. That means the distribution of population in Asia is uneven. The population distribution in Asia is uneven, and it is also true for the whole world. Is true about the pattern of population distribution of the world also. For the whole world also, Okay, there are many places where people are few, and few places are there where people are very many. So it implies that the population of the world is unevenly distributed. Okay, and here we have a signpost question also here. Why do people prefer to live in certain regions and not in others? You will get this answer afterwards. Okay, why people want to concentrate in a certain region, or why people don't want to settle in other areas, this will be learning later on. Okay, but remember, the distribution of population in the world is not uniform, is not even. Okay, then what do you mean by this term distribution of population? Okay, and about the patterns of population distribution in the world, let us read. The term population distribution refers to the way people are spaced over the earth's surface. Okay, distribution of population refers to the way people are spaced, people are spread on the earth's surface. How do we spread on the earth's surface? How do we human beings spread on the earth's surface is what we call distribution of population. And the study of distribution of population is important to understand the demographic characteristics of any area. Okay, now let us read about the patterns of population distribution in the world. Here, broadly 90% of the world population lives in about 10% of its land area. Just we have read out the remarks given by George B. Creasy. Okay, there are many places where people are few, and a few places where people are very many. That means broadly 90% of the world population lives in about 10% of its land area. In a very small area, 90% of the world population are there. Okay, and the 10 most populous countries of the world contribute about 60% of the world population. 10 most populous countries, as given in figure number 2.1, okay, contribute about 60% of the world's population. 60% of the these 7 billion. And out of these 10 countries, 6 are located in Asia. Okay, out of the 10 most populous countries, 6 countries are located in Asia. Just here. Now let us try to identify. So this figure number 2.1 shows the 10 most populous countries in the world. Okay, at the top we have China, then India, USA, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and Mexico. So these are the 10 most populous countries of the world, contributing 60% of the world population. And out of these 10 countries, 6 are in Asia. So for example, we have China, then India, Indonesia, okay, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Okay, and to these you may add 1, 2, 3, then 4 and 5, then Russia also. Some part of Russia, actually maximum part of Russia are in Asia. Okay, so this is about distribution of population in the world. And here see, actually in your old textbook, okay, in your old textbook, old edition book, you'll find this map. So this map shows the distribution of population by density. It was for the year 2001. Okay, the density of population shown here is for the year 2001, and you will find only in the old edition books, but since we are reading a new edition book, it is not here. Okay, and here these black shaded areas are the regions having more than 200 persons per square kilometer, and the dotted areas represent, okay, less than 1 person per square kilometer. So let us see one more diagram, okay, one more this map. And so this map shows the distribution of population, okay, actually estimated for the year 2020, okay, 2020. And here this blue, okay, blue color areas, see, blue color countries, these areas, China, India, so these countries have population more than 1 billion, okay, and whereas these red color countries have population more than these 15 crore, okay. Then we have this purple color one, like these countries like this, and here these countries have population above 2.5 crore, like Canada, okay, then Argentina, then we have Australia, and some African countries, okay. And so in this way, yellow color for example, we have Mexico here, so these countries, and here also Egypt, okay, here also some African countries have population about 10 crore. So are you clear? Any question? So let us continue if you don't have questions. Next we have density of population, and how is population density calculated, we have learned earlier, okay. So each unit of land has a limited capacity to support people living on it. Every piece of land on the earth's surface has a limited capacity to support people, and hence it is necessary to understand the ratio between the numbers of people to the size of land. That means density of population is the ratio between the number of people, okay, to the size of the land. In other words, density of population is the number of people per unit area of land, okay. And here the area of the unit area of land may be per square kilometer, per square mile, or per hectare, or per acre, okay. So density means the number of people per unit area of land. That is the ratio between the people and the size of the land. And here generally density is measured in persons per square kilometer, and here we have the formula, very simple formula, okay. This is this will calculate the crude population density divided by, population density is equal to population of a country divided by area of the country, or population of a region or province divided by the area or region of the province or state. For example, population of a state, okay, is 150,000, and the area of the region is, or the state is 100 square kilometer, and if we divide the population by area, then we have got 1,500 persons per square kilometer. And if the unit, okay, if the unit means if the size of the land is expressed in square miles, then it becomes square miles, okay. That means say 1,500 persons per square mile, for example. And if we look at table number 2.1, okay, you will find that Asia has the highest density of population in the world. If we examine continent-wise density of population in the world, then we find that Asia has the highest density. Just see here, table number 2.1 is here. region-wise density of population. And see here, Asia, okay, has a population density of 146 persons per square kilometer, contributing 59.5% of the world population. Okay, and this is the population of Asia in the year 2018. Okay, 4,545,113,094. Okay, area is also given here, 31,033,131 square kilometer. And likewise, the continent of Africa has a population density of 43% per square kilometer. Europe has 34% per square kilometer, okay, standing third. Then Latin American means South America and the Caribbean, 32% per square kilometer. North America, 20% per square kilometer. Oceania, Australia together with adjoining islands, okay, 5% per square kilometer. So in this way, this table number 2.1 shows the region-wise, continent-wise density of population. Okay, then why, okay, some countries of the world have more people than other part of the world? That question we have also already crossed a question earlier. Okay, people prefer to live in certain concentrate, okay, live in certain region and not in the others. Why? Now let us discuss about it. So this will explain, okay, factors influencing the distribution of population. The following paragraphs will explain it. So we have 3 factors, okay. Number 1, geographical factors. Then number 2, economic factors, and the third one is social and cultural factors. Okay, these factors will explain the uneven distribution of population in the world. The first one is geographical factors, and we have these 4 sub-factors mentioned here. The first one is the availability of water. Let us read. So water is the most important factor for life. We know that. And so people prefer to live in areas where fresh water is easily available. And we know that water is used for drinking, then bathing, cooking, and also for cattle, and for the crops, for industries, and for navigation. That is for transportation. And it is because of these that river valleys are among the most densely populated areas of the world. Okay, we find more people in the river valleys of the world. Just if you see okay, a relief, a physical map of the world, okay, see here, here we have these northern plains here, okay, and here we have Southeast Asia, okay, and all these river valleys, okay, and coastal areas have these more people. Okay, see here, European areas, okay, these plain areas have more people than other areas. And because these are these river valleys, and where water is also available very easily, okay, and you may see a map showing average precipitation also, okay, and here these abundant areas, okay, see for example this area, this India, then Southeast Asian countries, see the blue color here, okay, this amount of rainfall is between 100 to 200 centimeters. So this amount of rainfall is favorable for the cultivation of different types of crop, and hence we have these more people, okay, because we have more fresh water. Okay, and likewise here also, and here also we have rivers and this and the areas with abundant rainfall. All these regions have these more people than other areas. And next we have this landform. Okay, people prefer living on the flat plains and gentle slopes. This is because such areas are favorable for the production of crops and to build roads and industries. So it is very easy to construct houses, industries, roads, railway lines on the flatlands. Okay, you know that. And the mountainous and the hilly areas hinder the development of transport network. Hence, initially do not favor agricultural and industrial development. We don't want to develop industries in the mountainous area because it is very difficult to construct the transport network. And that is why these areas tend to have this less population. Okay, these areas tend to be less populated, whereas the Ganga Plains, for example, are among the most densely populated areas in the world, while the mountainous zones like the Himalayas are scarcely populated. Okay, so when you see this distribution map here, okay, when you see the distribution, for example, this is a population distribution map, and you will find that here mountainous areas, okay, mountainous areas have a less number. For example, here we have these Rocky Mountains here, okay, and these mountains also here. Actually this area we have Amazon. Okay, so mountainous areas have less number of people, although it is not clearly indicated, but here you may be seeing some rivers also. Okay, and here we have this Ganga river, okay, and some other big rivers of Asia here. And just we discussed earlier that areas of river valleys and plains have more people than the other areas. So I think you'll see here. And about the mountainous area, you may try to find out. Okay, see here Rocky Mountains are here, Andes Mountains are here, okay, and the Alps Mountains are here, then Himalayan Mountain and Tibetan Plateau here. All these areas have less people as compared to the flatland areas. Okay, whereas the Ganga Plain, as indicated earlier, it has more people. Then we have climate. So an extreme climate such as very hot or cold deserts are uncomfortable for human habitation. Okay, and areas with comfortable climate where there is not much seasonal variation attract more people. Areas with very heavy rainfall or extreme and harsh climate have low population. Okay, areas with very heavy rainfall or harsh climate have low population. Mountain regions were inhabited from early period in history due to their pleasant climate. So extreme climate and desert areas, again you may see this population distribution map. So for example, this area is occupied by a desert, Sahara Desert. Okay, and hence it has less number of people. See here, population density less than 1 person per square kilometer. And here also, this is the area of harsh climate, tundra region, Siberian region. Okay, so this is also a semi-desert and desert area. And likewise, see here also. Okay, here these are the areas of harsh climate. You may see another map. Okay, see average temperature condition. See this color, this purple color shows, you may see. Okay, this Purple color shows the tundra, permanently frozen areas. So these areas have extreme climate, and here also northern part of Canada. Okay, and all these areas have very low population density because these areas have harsh climate. And likewise for the desert also, as I also have already indicated. Okay, hot desert is indicated by yellow, and see here this area, Saharan desert, African Arabian desert, then third desert of India, okay, Kalahari desert, then Australian desert. All these desert areas have extreme climate, harsh climate, and hence population density is low. Okay, and where is the Mediterranean region? Okay, say Mediterranean region, say for example, just you may see here this area, Mediterranean region. You may see this physical map also. Mediterranean region is here. This area has pleasant climate, and hence we have more people. Okay. Are you clear? Any question? Next we have the fourth geographical factor, that is soils. Okay, fertile soils are important for the agriculture and the allied activities, and therefore areas which have fertile loamy soils have more people living on them, as these can support intensive agriculture. That means fertile soils, okay, support intensive agriculture. So we can cultivate as many as times we can, okay, as permitted by the this climate. And that is why in the areas, in the fertile areas, that is in the plain areas, okay, we have more people. And one reason, again, it is coincided. Okay, one reason is that here I have already indicated the northern plains, then Southeast Asian countries. Okay, so these areas have fertile soils, and that is why we have more people. And can you identify some areas in India which are thinly populated due to poor soils? So you may indicate the third desert and the plateau areas. Especially you can indicate here, okay, here this area has poor soil and hence less number of people, in addition to the climate as a factor. Okay, next we have these economic factors. Minerals. Areas with mineral deposits attract industries. Mining and industrial activities generate employment. Okay, and so skilled and semi-skilled workers move to these areas and make them densely populated. A very simple one. Okay, just if an area is, say for example, this area has full of these mineral resources, then mining activities, then industries will be developed, and hence people will move, people will migrate towards this area to get a job, and hence this area will have more people than other areas. Okay, so we have an example here. Katanga Zambia copper belt in Africa is one such good example. Okay, and that means we have more people in this Katanga Zambia copper belt, okay, because this area provides employment, and hence migration is there. Urbanization, another factor. Cities offer better employment opportunities, educational and medical facilities, better means of transport and communication, and so on. And that is why good civic amenities mentioned above, okay, and attraction of the city life draw people to the cities. So many people move towards the big cities to get employment, because cities offer a lot of opportunities, and because of that there will be rural to urban migration, and in that process cities grow in size. That means cities grow in the size of the population. Okay, so that is why urbanization is another important factor causing uneven distribution of population. Next we have this industrialization. Industrial belts provide job opportunities just like urban areas, okay, and attract a large number of people. And these include not just factory workers but also transport operators, shopkeepers, bank employees, doctors, teachers, and the other service providers. Once an industry has established in a place, then people will move there to get a job, and a settlement will be started. Okay, and after that, okay, other service providers like these drivers, that means transport operators, then shopkeepers to provide essential commodities, daily items, okay, then banks will be established, hospital will be established, okay, schools will be established. So the process will continue, and that is why industrial regions, okay, will get more people than other areas. Say for example, the Kobe Osaka region of Japan is thickly populated because of presence of number of industries. Okay, if a region has a number of industries, industries, a big integrated modern industries can employ around 10,000, 20,000 people. So if there is a cluster of industries in a place, then millions of people can be employed, and hence the density of population will be increased. And so Kobe Osaka region of Japan is an example where there is more people, okay, than other areas, means thickly populated, okay, than other areas. And the last important factor, we have social and cultural factors. Some places attract more people because they have religious or cultural significance. Okay, some other areas may not have industries, may not have other opportunities, but these areas may have religious or cultural significance. And in the same way, okay, people tend to move away from places where there is social political unrest. If there is a communal riot, if there is a communal clash, okay, fighting among the communities, then it becomes unstable and the people will move away from that area because people do not want to settle in the uncomfortable areas. And if there is political unrest, if there is clash, then people will move away. And many a times government offer incentives to people to live in the sparsely populated areas, okay, or move away from the overcrowded places. So this is about government policies. In some countries, big cities are overcrowded, and that is why government give incentives, benefits, okay, to the people to move away from the big cities to the other sparsely populated areas. So in this way, there may be redistribution of population due to government policy. Okay, any question from your side? Remember, uneven distribution of population in the world may be due to differences in the relief, differences in the climatic condition or soil condition, or maybe due to differences in the availability of water, maybe due to the differences in the amount of rainfall. Okay, See, when there is excessive rainfall, there may be frequent flood, and there may not be dense population in that area. Okay, say for example, this area, for example, here, Amazon basin, for example, here the amount of rainfall is very high, not favorable. We have jungles, okay, not favorable for human habitation. Okay, so in this way, rainfall also determines the distribution of population. Temperature also determines, okay, very hot areas, less people, very cold areas, less people. Then comfortable areas, Mediterranean region, more people. Okay, and not only this, we have cultural factors also, because of industrialization, because of urbanization. The density of population may be different. Okay, then if you don't have questions, then let us stop here for today. Thank you very much for joining my class.